right, Shalom. I'd like to start up saying Ka Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Harikak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing this truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi. All right, I'm Kanak Sa'amba Yasharala from the Lions of the Yasharala camp. And it's going to be like, it's not like a formal lesson, it's just, some thoughts that I had on my mind. I ran into an old friend at Shop Recording Studio downtown Jacksonville, Florida, and there was a guy that had a room that was adjacent to me, and I ran into him today, man. A younger cat, man. I used to talk to him about the truth, when we had the studios in the same building, and he was a young dude. He was on that young dude vibe type of stuff, trying to get money type stuff. So he really wasn't really. He was listening, man, and taking stuff in, but he was the kind of had an itching ear and listen a little bit of this, listen a little bit of that, and see what value he could get to help him on his path, going in the direction that he wants to go, which is not necessarily always the right direction. He's feeling like everybody else is feeling right now, man. Like something's going down, something's wrong in the universe, and majority of the people are clueless as to what's going on. Even though you have the men of the Lord out here telling you what's going on, man. We're telling you that destruction is coming to this place. We're letting you know the agenda that the devils are trying to bring forth. And we're letting them, know all the distractions that this devil is using, man, in the matrix to create, separation from the children of Israel and the Most High, because that's what it's all about. They're trying to wipe righteousness off the earth and flood their wickedness. But Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi won't allow that to happen. So I went into talking about certain things where, if this thing continues to go on, our people are going to be really in the hard times. Luckily, we have hope in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi to restore us as a nation, because it goes back, and I mentioned this quote, it goes back to what I've heard the apostles say, especially Apostle Tahar, and I've heard my elders say this also. Hard times make strong men. Strong men make easy times make weak men. All right, so look how weak we become as a nation. But these hard times that we're going through as a nation, it's going to be deliverance in that. So we're basically talking about how Jake tries to use this position that we're in order to further go into the world to find a solution. When all in all, actually Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi is the one giving us the solution, man. Cleave unto him in these dire times and these distressful times that we're going through, because that's our solution. That's our way out. But our people are so caught up in this matrix that they go further into the matrix to find the solution to get out of the matrix. And they're not realizing it's the matrix that's causing them to have this, to have this distressful feeling, man. And also the judgment of the Lord about to come down on this place, it's like Revelation 12:12, rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell therein. See, the ones that have their mind focused in heaven, those are the ones that are in solitude. Those are the ones that are in stable state of mind. But everybody else, their mind is starting that distressful stage, right? The beginning of it's giving out a distressful signal, and they don't even know what it's coming from. All right, it's coming from Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, because the spirit knows what's about to happen, but the flesh is so consumed with the matrix that it's distracted, and it can't hear what the true spirit, what the spirit is actually saying. So they're listening to their father, the devil, which is their authority. Because why? Because they're governing themselves according to the flesh, and they don't have the watchful eye that will allow them to receive the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi and govern themselves according to the spirit. All right, because we have to be driven up by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi to get a true understanding of what's going on. So what I'm saying, we went on to say things like how the earth supplies us with everything we need to sustain life, man, to even potentially live forever. But sin got involved in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, let the devil run rampant. It's hard for us to see that. So a lot of our people get caught up in this rat race chasing the American dream or chasing that money, thinking that money is going to alleviate their problems, but not understanding that the money puts them in more of a debtful situation and gives them more problems, man. But they can't see that, you know. And our people don't even know the value of money to what to do with money, because money can be used for a defense. But what do our people do when they get a lot of money? They got the money phones that they go around with, and they flaunt their money, buy all a bunch of expensive jewelry, which the jewelry could be, what do I like to call it? I like to buy things that are more like an investment. Like if you buy jewelry because of the price of gold and silver, and if the diamonds are real, that's a commodity. So that would be an investment. Even though they're buying it for designer purposes, they don't even realize how much of an investment that is. You know? So, but our people like to buy all kinds of expensive cars that depreciate as soon as they get off the lot. You know, they don't try to create generational wealth. They create a bigger hole for our people. So now the generation that comes behind them, they idolize these rappers and these athletes and things like that, to where like now, oh, I want to be like them. I want to do what they're doing. I want to, you know, I want to have money like that. I want to have fame like that. I want to have status like that. Nobody wants to have stability in Yahweh by Shemi Awashai on this side. Only the elect are going to want that true mental and spiritual stability that's going to carry over onto us physically and allow to us to be able to physically endure. Once you can endure something spiritually, the physical aspect of it becomes second nature, and it becomes more easy to endure. But if you haven't grasped the spiritual part of it, then, you know, you have nothing. You're not going to be able to sustain. You're not going to be able to succeed. You're not going to be able to make it, man. Because we're witnessing a paradigm shift in the universe. I did, like a couple years ago, I did a lesson on the paradigm shift in the universe, man. And we're actually in a time where we're about to see how diabolical this demon really is, man. How sketchy and how crafty he really is, and what his true plan is. He's exposing his plans right now. Just think about it. You have how they ramped up social media, man, and then right when they ramped up the all these different social media platforms that kept coming out of nowhere, right? Then right after that, you had the pandemic. Then right after during the pandemic, you had social distancing. They had all these things separating people from each other, not allowing them to congregate together, and that separation, right? They're going to cause a sense of distress. Now, nobody's going to run to the next person for help, because they're going to feel like that you know, they're not going to feel that. So then they're going to rely on the government. So once that comes into play, when you feel like the government is your friend, especially the government of America, man, that's when they're gonna feel like, hey, they got the people right where they want them, because they're gonna fall for all the folly and craftiness, you know, and the enterprises and devices that are being brought forth by Edom, man. So now they get caught up in all that and they get distracted. The whole world is a big matrix and a distraction from the truth. That's all it is, man. But our people are too foolish to see that, and they indulge in the wickedness because that's all they know. You know, they don't know what righteousness is. But it doesn't matter though. Even 2/3 of our people can feel like something ain't right, whether they want to act naive on the situation or not. They can feel something something ain't adding up right. You know, something is not adding up right. What's going on? And you can see it, you can feel it. It's in plain sight now. It's not I'm trying to pick up my son from school. It's not behind the scenes anymore, man. They're bringing it out in the forefront with these letter community people. What else? These secret societies coming out in the open. The wickedness coming out in the open. People's heart waxing worse and worse, man. But the men of the Lord are content. Because the thing about it is, because we're living according to the Spirit, Lord willing, I'm part of that number. So you don't get so upset about things, because one thing the elder likes to refer to is peeling back the onion. Once you get to the core of everything, you really feel like you really found out the value of it and what the true meaning of it is. We have an exterior within us to where, like, you know, I'm a pretty timid person, and certain things cause me to be an introvert instead of being erect and an extrovert like I'm supposed to be, like a man at sometimes. That's not who I am. So once I peel back the layers, that's just something that was created, a character that was created in me through, and that in response to the trauma that I've gone through in life that caused me to act in that temperament. Because the spirit is like a roaring lion, but the flesh the fleshly person is a character created by its experience on this earth. But once you peel back the layers, man, you feel like you find out none of that shit even matters. What matters is the foundation, that's the spirit. That's what's really driving us. And if you allow the spirit to take over the wheel, like how it says, Lord, take the wheel over. If you allow the spirit to drive you down this course of life that we're living, then you can actually see where you're going and understand the motive behind it and understand what really matters. Like, nobody should be really taking anything, to heart, because none of that shit really matters at the end of the day. The only thing that matters is we maintain the whole of this spirit that's within us of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because that's what's going to drive us through. People are going to continue to insult and then attack our character, but our character really doesn't mean anything. The really character we follow after is the character of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Of course, we maintain our personality. Some of us have sense of humor. Some of us don't. Some of us are athletic. But those character traits, the positive character traits we keep. But the negative ones that causes us to act in perverse ways sometimes, or get over excited and get extra mad. And sometimes we try to call it righteous anger, but we have no, Yahweh Shai didn't get too angry. We have no right to get angry if Yahweh Shai didn't get angry. He gave no railing accusations against no one, even though he was beaten with many stripes, So, and then, so the brother was listening and everything, man. And I was telling him, like, man, everything goes back to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. We constantly give away our strength, one of our key strengths is time. We have to find time to do the other things in the world to make Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai our number one priority, and that way you'll start to see things line up. This, like, man, listen, like the scripture says, like the sower and the seed. You have one that sowed the seed by thorns, man. And those thorns are the pressures of this world that can choke the word right out of the people, man. That's why we have to make sure we're solid and movable in the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Because this world, man, this world is a beast, man. And it was designed to really test someone's faith. So if we don't peel back the layers of that onion and get to the root of it, that spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, and be driven from that, and we constantly let the flesh drive us to doing things that we wouldn't normally do, or panic or worry or things like that, that's one thing I used to have serious anxiety issues. That's one thing I need to learn to get over, because what I'm saying, either I'm gonna have the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai driving me, or I'm gonna have anxiety driving me. And 9 times out of 10, you move in haste when you let fear drive you to make your decisions, make hasteful decisions. But the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is what protects us from that, man. That we be immovable, letting patience have its perfect work, that we may be entire, wanting nothing, man. So, I was just talking to the brother, like, and trying to get him to understand what, according to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, what life really is. And I explained to him, like, the words of the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, that I just gave him, that's what life. Because he asked me, what am I supposed to do with all this knowledge you gave to me? And I was basically saying, I didn't give it to you. The Most High, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, gave it to you. But with that, you can live. That's what life is all about. Understanding the will of the Father and the Son, and being in like mind with them, so we can walk this course of life and have these experiences, because these hard times is what's creating a new character from the spirit. Being able to endure these hard times and overcome these hard times through the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, not wavering, because these devils are going to come with some serious shit, man. These devils are going to come with some serious shit, man. And that's what I was telling the young dude, man. Like, these devils are going to come with some serious shit. They trying to, what they trying to do to everybody, man. They ain't even hiding it no more. So if you're acting like, oh, you can't see this stuff, that's because you're choosing to be in denial. And the Lord said, well, no, the Lord is choosing for you to be in denial because the deceiver and the deceived are his, you know. So, you know, and you know, the brother was looking all, you know, he was looking like, man, this is heavy. It is, man, because the hard part is realizing that the matrix is real. This is the matrix, and that Esau is trying to create a matrix inside the matrix that was created by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua. Once you realize this is vanity and vexation of spirit, that nothing means, all this shit that you see around you, the school systems, the businesses, all the associations, man. I used to be a sports fanatic, a Georgia Bulldog fan. I knew every high school somebody was recruited from, where they went to after they left Georgia into the draft. I used to sit down and study all these things and all. For what? It means nothing, man. None of that shit mean nothing. But I'm glad Yahweh by Shem Yahushua brought me into the acknowledgement by bringing the elders, you know, and pulling me out of that frame of mind to understanding what's real and what's fake, man. Because we can get caught up in the facade that was painted, that pretty picture, the narrative that was painted by Esau, and think that there's life in that. Think because you get a whole bunch of money in a house with a white picket fence and a dog in the backyard and house on the river and all that kind of shit, that you're stable. But that's not stability, especially when they control the money, man. The only stability is mental stability, and that comes from the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, because he said he's not giving us the spirit of fear. He gave us the spirit of power and love and of a strong mind, man. And that's the kind of relationship. That's the kind of relationship that we have to have with Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Is a trusted relationship, so we don't have that spirit of fear trying to creep in on us, you know. And I saw the spirit of fear in that brother's face, because at that moment he realized, the spirit allowed him to realize, yo, if he doesn't figure something out through the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, this is over. It's over for everybody. If you don't have Yahweh by Shem Yahushua in your corner, you already done. You're already done, man. So those are a couple things I just wanted to talk about, man. The spirit is out there. It's being, you know what I'm saying, it's causing people to think, like, what is about to happen? And those that are in the know are going to be solidified, but those that refuse and rejected the word of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua are going to be numbered to the sword, man. Lord willing, this lesson to edify and to serve His purpose. It's not really a lesson, but just, you know, some things I wanted to get off my chest. All right, in the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, and I want to say, Ka Halayim La Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Harikah Kodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder Harold one as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, to sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men and women and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Shalom.